or something like that.
Okay. Alright, so here we go. Back into Champ Select.
We're gonna see what comes down here. Similar ban, Kale ban. They really don't want to fight against a Kale.
No. I think they might pick Darius then, because Darius does just awful against Kale, so that might be a possibility.
Yes, definitely. At least in ban. Similar bans coming out of Seneca Sybils. Wait, which side is Sybils again? On this one? Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
LG Hunters taking out Lee Sin, Nidalee, and LeBlanc. Very strong early game champions, minus the Nidalee there. On Counter's perspective, they don't want to see the Katarina come into play again. As you can see, that final play by Headpoint coming out really big on that side.
Looks like Leona got locked in pretty quick. Leona's still very strong champion right now. Hasn't had much work done to her, but
also Kreppel's favorite champion at the moment, according to Twitter.
I remember hearing about that. I didn't actually see it on Twitter, but I remember people have been saying that lately, that Kreppel has just been all over Leona.
Yeah.
I could have worded that better, but you know what I mean.
I think Punch wants here to get another Twitch into the game just because of how well he was doing in game 1. But Seneca Sybils better be prepared to be able to get an assassin to get deep onto that Twitch.
Yeah.
Just because of how immobile he could be. But judging from how well Punch did in first game, positioning and everything, he did pretty good. I think he'll be able to do quite well in game 2.
And you know what? They even paired that up with Nocturne, who, when he ults, turns the whole screen black. So you can have so much time of Twitch invisibility that it will really scare the other team. Just outright scare them.
Also gives time for him to get away too,
yep.
Because of the visibility with a Nocturne Ghost. You don't know which direction he'd be going to. But as you we can see the Sybils are thinking about this Orianna pick. Orianna with a Leona for support makes an awesome delivery system, able to get so much AoE damage down there. They may be thinking about getting an AoE top lane or jungler just so they can capitalize on that damage. We're going to see what they're going to be able to do with this pick here.
Also, it looks like Red Side had a quick roster change. I'm guessing it was probably because Katarina kept DCing, or maybe somebody else had to go, but it looks like we have somebody new. Scatman Kyle.
Scatman Kyle was there. He was support. He was Braum.
He was in the last. Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he was Braum.
Okay, never mind. That's my bad. For some reason, that looks new to me. I don't know.
Headpipe, please. The T-Ball lock.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Forget what I just said, guys. Don't ignore that. You know what? I would love to see Teemo in this game, and I saw Teemo support last in the York game, which turned out to be fraudulent, but the person playing Teemo was still really good. Yeah,
I believe the player was actually Tiff. She did a lot of she was able to stop all the split push and position, basically locking down their where each player was going to be, and no one really was able to roam this map safely just because of how much vision Teemo was able to give back in that game.
And they don't end up taking it though. They switched to Syndra. So.
Yeah, these two teams have switched around. Blue team is right now is the Seneca Sybils, and red and purple team is LG Hunters.
Fiddlestick's locked in pretty quick. I'm wondering if he's.
Estelle probably wants a champion.
I'm thinking. Is it going to be like tank Fiddlesticks maybe? Because remember, Nintendo X popularized that in the LCS.
Yeah, but Fiddlesticks is. I'm seeing there's a lot of problems here with the Fiddlesticks jungle. I'm gonna see how well he does in the jungle, just because Omni is playing such an aggressive jungle like Nocturne. Pharaoh Flare being very popular in Nocturne, able to give him such a fast clear time that I don't think that he's gonna have to prove me wrong, but Fiddlesticks might run into a lot of problems in the jungle, being counter jungle and everything. You might see a purple invade from LG Hunters here.
You know, I definitely want to see that, because Fiddlesticks does really well at level 1, so I kind of want to see that.
Yes.
And Malphite, still so notorious. But if he's up against Vladimir, he's going
Malphite
to
is
have a really rough time.
a very very interesting thing is that they have so much delivery system here. Even like you can't forget about the Fiddlesticks ultimate that Bless is able to put the Oriana defensive command ball onto Estelle, so he can just get the command shockwave with the Fiddlesticks ultimate to lock everything up. Mike Soy is hovering over this Rise pick, very interested with Rise and Vladimir. During our game with versus RTFC, he played Vladimir against us and totally wrecked our top lane, who was playing Mundo, just because he was Vladimir in the late game was able to scale up so strong with his AoE comp that he was very very hard to take down.
And it looks like they locked in that Vladimir. Okay, so if this is standard lanes where Vladimir's in top lane and Malphite's in top lane, Malphite is going to hate his time in the top lane. Vladimir does exceptionally well against Malphite, not just in farm, but in harass. Malphite will be lucky if he gets any farm. So
Especially
since they're going to need to bully Vladimir to the ends. I can't even express how much they're going to have to bully him.
Especially since Vladimir is a comfort pick for Soy. It's going to be. I'm going to really actually see how well this top lane Malphite is going to do against Vladimir.
If you want my opinion, Malphite is going to get his rocks rocked.
Rocked.
His rocks rocked. Yeah.
Please, we don't have Freak here. We can avoid the puns for one day.
No. I can do the puns. I can make them just as good as him. I can do them. Okay, hang on. One for Twitch. I don't have one. Yet. Give me a minute. Okay.
We have they locked in their champion. Malphite here running with the teleport while Soy opt out of it and picking on the ghost. So that means if the Seneca Sibyls want to force a dragon, Soy won't be able to jump into that fight because he doesn't have teleport. However, Headpoint takes teleport instead of a heal or ignite, which is very traditional on Syndra.
Yeah, and I'm noticing too, 2 heals versus 1 heal, but a ghost versus no ghost. They have no ignites either on either side, so still low kill potential game.
I actually have my top lane windows saying like we lost because we sucked. Actually, and I'm really glad to see that Justice is back onto Vayne just because of how well he was able to do. But I'm wondering how if he learned his lesson to fight against that early game Twitch which was giving him so much problem. He was able to be denied a lot of CS and take a lot of harassment that he was close to death so many times. He's hanging on a very thin rope. They might want to be interested in looking for a lane swap here just because Vladimir does so well under turret. He can has all that spell vamp to get his health back and probably probably switch the lanes up around.
Yeah, that's a possibility. He still did though. Even though they lost, he still did really well against the rest of the team as well as Twitch. I mean, you remember that kill in the bot lane where Vayne was completely out of position, but Vayne took Twitch with her to the grave.
Yeah.
You know, he ended up getting that 1-for-1 trade, which was really good because that was the best of a bad situation. He couldn't make it any better than taking Twitch with her. So at least that way it slowed the Sibyls down a little bit, or LG Hunters down a little bit in that last fight. So best of a bad situation.
Yes, exactly. For AoE comp wise, for the late game, I really like the Sibyl's composition here just because of how much damage they have. But I feel that the Nocturne pick for LG Hunters is going to come out big, judging of how aggressive that Omni played in the first game as Jarvan. He was able to make a lot of picks and put a lot of pressure into many lanes, making sure that he takes at least 1 or 2 guys down with him.
Hopefully we can see a really good fight. I like the bot lane though. It's Vayne and Leona, so it's hard engage against Twitch and Morgana, which is safety and pretty much the counter picks to
Yes.
engage. So it's gonna be bot lane is gonna be a real back and forth match. And the other lanes are gonna be kind of standard for the most part. Like Vlad and Malphite are gonna have a pain, or Malphite, sorry, is gonna have a pain fighting against Vlad. Bot lane is gonna be back and forth, and jungling is gonna be kind of whoever catches whoever out first is going to do the most damage. So if Fiddlesticks catches Nocturne out, he's going to get his combo off and do lots and lots of damage. Same with Nocturne. They both have fears.
He has a spell shield though.
Yeah, he does have the spell shield, but they both have fears. And if you get that fear off before the spell shield, you won't be able to survive the Fiddlesticks combo. You're just going to have to run away unless you're really fed or really healthed up.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. Twitch can't go aggressive in this lane anymore just because Vayne has a Leona in the lane. It's gonna make a lot of pressure back on the bot lane. If you watch EG's game, I saw one time that Crepo actually used the Zenith Blade onto the ADC, but Morgana put the shield onto the ADC and she got stunned instead.
Yeah.
So the initial target is that Leona can use the Zenith Blade as a gap closer, but choose who she wants to use for a Q.
Yeah, I think that's called bait and switch. You know, they try and project who they're going to go for Twitch, but in return, they go immediately for Morgana, knowing that Morgana will protect Twitch at all costs.
Yeah.
So I think what they're going to have to do to avoid that scenario completely is wait for the Zenith Blade to come out, then shield whichever person got caught, because the stun won't affect you. You'll just get hit by it, and then you know, you just kind of walk away, or you return damage, or whatever you feel like doing.
Okay, we're gonna have to see how Base God's gonna be able to play off that part. Hopefully his Leona play turns out big for Justice here. He's gonna need a lot of support in the bot lane just because he's going against the Twitch. Seeing the LG Hunters, they've actually rotated Twitch onto the top lane. Maybe this is a lane swap. Maybe they want to get that swap over there, playing a little bit of LCS action. The ping's good going out. They want to try to move on to this brush on top lane where Twitch is moving into.
Looks like Malphite got into the game just a couple seconds later. It's fine. It's normal on these online tournaments.
So guys, this is game 2 between LG Hunters and Seneca Sybils. LG Hunter took game 1 with head points. Amazing Katarina plays there. He's very good on reset champions like Kha'Zix and Katarina.
You know, I've actually really been terrible at reset champions, to be honest with you. Oh, looks
that
like
ward's
a 4-man
spawning out the entire team.
4-man invade coming in for blue. They want this blue.
Revoltic puts down a ward there, so they know that where the LG Hunters are hiding. They're gonna move. They're probably gonna move down to this blue buff to take it.
You know, I'm kind of surprised by the lane switch on Vladimir's part, of all places. I think he maybe expected Malphite to lane switch, so he went bot thinking that he would switch. But I think it kind of backfired on him because Malphite does exceptionally well, or sorry, Vladimir does exceptionally well against Malphite. So I think he kind of countered himself fighting in the 2v1 lane. But now he knows, they think that Vlad went back, and as we can see, Malphite running down to the bot lane to face.
Oh, we have an interesting engage here actually. Justice is, they probably know that they're going to start a blue buff. He's going to try to get here, try to steal some experience, or either try to take it back.
Lots of poke going on there.
Soy actually probably went to the bot lane, thinking that Twitch would be, that he's going to fight a Vayne, just so he can give his Twitch early aggression to the top lane.
Yep.
It was very hard for Punch to play that early for Justice to play that early top bot lane game just because of how strong Twitch is.
Yeah, gonna be a bit of a challenge, but Twitch starting out with a pink and managed to put that down pretty quick, or sorry, not Twitch, Fiddlesticks, sorry, starting out with a pink, managed to put it down pretty early, which is good because Fiddlesticks doesn't really need a whole lot of health potions. And
first blood on Punch right there.
Yep, missed the first blood. My apologies. But Vayne taking a lot of harass from the minions now, almost didn't make it, and oh, in the roll, good dodge.
Actually, punch here, starting with the E on Twitch. It's gonna be really hard, really strong for the level 1. So if Vayne stayed there any longer, that he would have been able to proc those 4 procs on top of him and be able to take him down in one hit.
Yeah, that was really clever. Really clever move on the Twitch's part. Almost a double kill from that too, and Leona's probably a bit upset by that, but worse things have happened. You know, usually when you see this happening, you try and farm up as much as you can, but the turret's already taken down a little bit over an 1/8 of health, which may not have been worth it this early in the match. It might have been better just to clear them out sooner, so we'll have to see how that affects them in the long run.
So both junglers here actually opt in to take both camps, clear both camps early, so each team had timers in their own jungle, but Nocturne actually came a little later to his jungle, which means that that the Seneca Celips would have their blue buff earlier to give to Orianna.
Malphite's starting out with his rolling shard, really trying to put the heat back onto Vladimir. It looks like he may have grabbed a little bit of, oh no, never mind, he just stocked up on magic resist. I thought maybe he grabbed some ability power. Maybe he's got magic penetration runes. But so far he's doing pretty well against his counter, and you know, here comes the gank.
Estelle moving into the gank. Hopefully he can get that fear down so we can put some more pain. Yeah, Revoltic not going for that dive is going to be a little bit weak here just because he has 0 AP at this point. Yeah. He's going full tank with 47 magic resist. He's going to need that to sustain against Soy's aggression.
And you know what? We got Nocturne in the top lane looking for a gank. Trying to make something happen. I want to get back to that top lane, or in this case bot lane. We have a minute, but we can make something happen. Looks like Fiddlesticks wants some more action in bot lane, so he's sticking around.
Yes.
But oh, hang on. Vladimir taken extremely low, but he pulled out of the way. Malphite doing really well against Vlad, who really can, you know, give Malphite a hard time. So it's very impressive that Revoltic can do so well against Soy Milk on Vladimir. Very intrigued by that. He did go full sustain. You know, he went potions plus the flask, so he could drink up as much as he could. But starting out with 49 magic resist without items, he must have gone completely magic ready. And,
yeah.
Managed to miss a kill in the top lane.
Gotta keep your eyes down here in the mid lane right now. Bless taking down really low by head speed. He's gonna have to be really careful as Ani's sticking around the corner trying to find a gank. He knows that Estelle is gonna be probably moving down here just because of how far head point is. Waiting for that gank. I believe that Syndra and Nocturne actually comes up on top right now in the early game.
Yeah. Syndra and Orianna alone, though. Syndra doesn't do that like the greatest thing with Orianna, because Orianna has the defensive power from her ball, where Syndra just has a lot of balls.
A lot of balls. You need.
Yeah. Oh, but hang on.
Is it about quantity or quality here?
I think it's about quantity. I think it's about quantity. I mean, when Syndra hits level 6, the quantity outweighs the quality. You know, it's hard to say. It's a hard call.
They're really two different type of champions. Syndra's more focused on the one-on-one lane duel, while Orianna is very strong at her AoE damage.
Oh, but Fiddlesticks coming in. That looks like it's going to be a kill. Oh, just barely. No ignite though. There's no kill potential here, guys. Absolutely nothing. That was really close though. And head point
again in this game, they don't. No summoners actually picked up a ignite, which would be very beneficial to stop that Vladimir.
Be very beneficial to get a lot of these kills too. We've seen 3 people get very low already. Syndra, Orianna, and Vladimir earlier. And no ignites were there to finish them off. And if they were there, they would have died. But
Soy's gonna be very happy in the late game, seeing there's no ignite to stop his regeneration.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this. I mean, if Soy plays Vlad the way I think he might play Vlad, he'll probably go into Hextech Gunblade first. Or no, sorry, not Hextech. Hextech Revolver first. Then he'll go into Spirit Visage for the regen and the defensive power against Malphite, because Malphite does ability power damage.
Especially since Vladimir is weak early, he's going to be able to basically spell vamp everything and get by that early difficult laning phase that he's going to have. But at the same time, he's not going to be able to get a kill early on.
Oh, lots of trading going on.
Oh, there it is on the top lane. Like I said, that spell shield moving on to the Twitch rather than the Morgana who got
Nocturne ult coming in here. It looks like Vayne might take a bit of a beating. Morgana going dangerously low. Managed to pick up Morgana.
Getting the
Morgana's
third
still going.
there.
Leona taking the return kill, but she's not making it out alive. Stuns Twitch at the end, but doesn't manage.
Is that a 2 for 3, 2 for 2 trade?
Yeah, it was a 2 for 2 trade. Or, no, sorry, 1 for 2 trade. 1 for 2 trade. Yeah, Twitch was low, but not low enough for the Leona ult to kill him. So it's clever. Very clever.
That's why, my friend, you take Ignite.
Yes, that's exactly why you take Ignite. No ignites, no kill potential. See, look, now Vlad's starting to get his groove back. Malphite's the one taken low. And
putting our focus down in the mid lane. Take a look at the Stelly as he pulls down the Fiddlestick's ultimate, getting the fear down, but barely missing his ultimate onto there. Bless is not able to put down the command shockwave there. It's unfortunate gank there. Fiddlestick's ultimate is going to be down for the next minute or so, 105 seconds.
Well, that's a bit of a shame for Blessed and Stelly, but you know, things happen. Syndra though looking very, very happy. Managed to burn. Oh wow, Syndra doing lots of damage to Orianna. See, right now I think it's about quantity. I mean, Orianna is leveling up. Not the shockwave, is it? What's the W again? I can't remember.
Dissonance?
Dissonance, yeah.
Yes.
She's leveling up the dissonance first for not just the mobility.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
this could be a kill. He
nope.
popped the ultimate.
No.
And had
pop
the single thread.
Didn't want to waste the ultimate because she wasn't sure.
He probably knows that that Bless is still holding his summoner heal. Oh, actually, his summoner heal is down.
Yeah, I think he burned it just a second ago, actually, because I think he
Could
was
be
scared
a
of the
misplay
ultimate.
by
So
could be a misplay.
It could have been a misplay, but yeah, right there. I think it's now about quantity and over quality as far as calls go. Oh, but in the top lane or bot lane, sorry. I'm getting confused now because everyone's all over the place. Alright, anyway.
Mikey Sauce is going to continue farming here while Revoltic is trying to back when he can. He's going to need an extra AP to do anything to Mikey Sauce to stop him from getting bigger. As you can see, Mike is just over there actually, I don't know what to call him, Soy. Over there farming happily. He's going to be able to get big for the late game.
Revoltic had an advantage, but he managed to lose it because Vladimir's pretty forgiving when it comes to this game, you know, especially when you're under your own turret.
Especially with such a veteran player with Soy, who's such a comfortable summoner on Vladimir. He's going to have a really, really easy time. He played this champion many times in solo queue, I can see.
Yeah, and I personally, I love playing Vladimir. Vladimir is one of my favorites. He's number, I think, 3 on my list of favorite champion. Number 2. But just moving up to the
Stelly. Top lane. Stelly moving up for a lane game.
Oh,
he's probably wants to go into this once there's a shield. He pulls down the ultimate.
Ult coming in.
That could be trouble
lots
for
of damage
Twitch.
to Morgana.
He gave
Flash
up on
for
him,
her.
going straight for the Morgana.
Didn't manage to get it though. Oh wait, no, they didn't manage to get it. Never mind. Nocturne coming up to help though. Twitch got pretty low. That was almost a double kill for Justice. That could have been scary.
Yes, both ADCs here actually have a Billwater Cutlass, which we're going to see another Blade of Rune King ADCs from these two. Which you can see how much assassination power that both ADCs had in game 1.
You know, we didn't talk about it in Champs List, but we see a lot of contrast here between these champions. You know, we have counters in, you know, the top lane, which is the bot lane at the moment. We have, you know, quantity versus quality for abilities on Syndra and Orianna's side for balls. Then we have, you know, to and fro from the duo lanes. And then the junglers both have fears. You know, whoever can get their combo off first is going to win the trade, because the other one is going to back off immediately. So there's a lot of contrast here.
Base and Justice are going to head back here to recall as they pushed out the lane a little bit. And while Mikey Saw is pushing his lane as hard as he can, he is 30 CS, about 30 CS above Revoltic. Very, very good for Vladimir. judging how weak he is early.
Yeah. So he did build that.
Okay, I don't know if he
Hextech
played.
but-
I don't know how many times he played Vlad in rank, but he kicked my ass in it several times. He played Vlad several times in this tournament.
I honestly, unfortunately, my team had to drop out because we had some time constraint issues.
Yeah, it's basically
But it was right around finals.
No
Right?
one's gonna
We
kill
didn't
you.
have enough time to play. We were too busy with our final projects, and you know we had IMC, and that's a bitch. You know that. You know how stressful that was.
Yeah, definitely. It was very difficult. I was playing between IMCs, like my the big projects I had at school.
Soy Milk finally getting rid of that pink ward that Fiddlesticks dropped back at the, I think, 3-minute mark, 2 to 3 minute mark. So it's about time. That thing lasted a long. That thing lasted almost 10 minutes, I think, a little bit over 10 minutes. So, and every minute that a pink ward is up is 25 gold. So that's roughly 250 gold, give or take.
So early on, actually, Punch was able to take down top turret. So we can see some lane swaps here. Justice moving on to the top lane because Revoltic realized that he can't farm versus this guy. He has to be able to farm under turret, get some CS somehow.
And you know what?
This is actually a lot more beneficial for the Seneca Sillins.
Well, yeah, LG Hunters were able to defend the turret very, very well. So Soy Milk has got a very healthy turret to deal with.
You're gonna see him carry this game.
He could, yeah, he really could carry this game. Vladimir is one of the best champions that has split or not split,
lane.
Team fight. And in the bot lane, Revoltic having to force the flash it. Sorry I missed the kill. But a lot of abilities were forced out there. And in the top lane, just as
Because they took the turret, Revoltic goes down to head points, massive damage there.
Seneca Civil's, or yeah, Seneca Civil's actually taking out Vladimir in the top lane. So a lot of back and forth. Again, this is one of those games. It's gonna be back and forth. It looks like LG Hunter is gonna take the dragon, and Seneca Civil's taking the turret.
Slain a dragon.
Dragon for tower.
Right now, Syndra decided to back off at the last second. As far as objectives go, Sybils are doing pretty decently. Not the greatest, but I mean they're trying to return on everything they can, and they're doing all right for being 4K behind.
Ani here finishing up his Pharaoh Flare on Nocturne, going for a damage Nocturne with a Blade of Rune King. It seems that LG Hunter really favor that dual. They really like that dual Blade of Rune King build, although Blade of Rune King seems to be like a trend in this game.
Yeah.
They want to try to go for duels rather than AoE kills.
It's a really popular
split pushing and
but in the mid lane, hang on, here we go. Oriana managing to pick up a kill. But Nocturne hopefully getting that return kill, and he does get it. Leona still going for pressure. They decided to back off, but
missing the
communication there. But Flash being forced out. Flash follow, managing to pick up that kill with the third silver bolt. Again, back and forth game. These champions are so they contrast with each other. They conflict with each other. They're back and forth. You know, similar abilities. Counters. This is the game that's gonna have the most action.
Definitely, yes. Vladimir actually here counting down with the amount of AP he has. He actually racked up a total of 152 AP with being tanky with 1,190 health. Oh, here's engagement down here. Mid lane. Push coming out big in that fight, taking down everything. Headpoint getting a double kill.
Managing to pick up quite a few kills.
We might have a faker in Seneca here with Headpoint.
Yeah, the North American faker.
North American faker. So the future matchup here is probably between Faker and Justice as double lift. Don't you agree?
I would agree. Look at the Seneca, the LG Hunter forcing down this lane completely. There's nothing Sybils can do right. Almost killing that turret too. They back off just at the the last few bits of it, but they almost just destroyed that lane. Took the mid turret down completely.
LG Hunters are actually 6,000 golds ahead of Seneca Sybils. They're so far ahead, but they can't be overconfident of how well they did. As you can see, they tried to push down that mid turret earlier, and they realized that they can't do this much longer. They're not strong enough to be able to dive a full team yet. It's too early in the game.
Yeah, it is too early. Too early to make any decisions. Revoltic, though, doing some good split pushing down in the bot lane. Biggest thing right now is if Seneca Sybils can force the late game, and this Nocturne continues to build offensive and not defensive, they'll have a huge advantage, because if Nocturne gets picked off, well, then they've lost like one of the most powerful ults in the game right now, forcing Vision away from the enemy team. But if they can pick him off, they'll have a really good shot at getting back in this game.
Yes. Seneca Sybils really need to follow their team composition here. They're following along a very, very strong AoE-based team, and judging by all the fights that they've lost, it was mostly 2 to 3v3 skirmishes and 2v2 skirmishes. Headpoint doing a little bit of a dance here mid lane.
Okay, so before all of that happened, let's just talk about Vlad real quick. Still a really strong champion, but a champion with a lot of teamfight potential because of his ultimate, which allows everybody to do bonus damage to anyone afflicted for the duration of the dot. So what this allows people to do, what this allows LG Hunters to do, is really a lot of damage. There's another fight going on in the mid lane.
Bot lane.
Malphite managing to get Orion.
Bane goes down.
Nocturne ulting onto Bane, managing to get that down, but Twitch looks like he gets it clean. Yeah. Yona stayed a little too long for that. A little too long.
The entire time, Vladimir pushing top lane there, getting a lot of farm, almost 40 or 50 CS above Revoltic.
Headpoint really doing a good job here, managing to take Fiddlesticks out. Oh man, that is a strong Syndra. You do not want to mess with the Syndra right now. Very, very strong Syndra. Try split.
Are you familiar with Phantom Lord?
The player Phantom Lord?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Back in the day, he used to play a lot of Syndra just because of how safe she was as a champion. He was able to find out how to play her much earlier than anyone else.
That's good.
Yes,
like
exactly.
I like
so between Orianna and Syndra here is going to eat my balls.
I like seeing players do that. One thing that people don't really notice about Syndra when she first came out was that she had very few stop motions for her abilities. So meaning she doesn't have to stop and catch. She can continue to move while she's casting stuff. You know, her Q is one of those abilities. Her E, which is, what is it, Unleash? No, it's Scatter the Weak. She can move while she's casting.
Yeah.
So
which gives her a lot of chase power because of that.
Yeah, it gives her chase power and mobility power too, which not a lot of players have.
At this damage, right now, Syndra is able to dish out a guaranteed 500 damage, which is already half of Blessed HP.
Yeah, not a lot of
take him
people,
down really fast.
Not a lot of people have magic resist right now too, so a lot of that could be true damage, seeing as she has a spell pen boots so early.
No. Purple team has slain the dragon.
No.
Sybil's picking up the, sorry, LG Hunter's picking up the dragon. Oh ho ho ho! Surprise sneak attack by the Twitch. Leona combo going in. Yeah,
there we go.
Middle ult coming in from the Sybil. Vladimir cool, but he ends up going down again. And Leona looks like she lived! She lived! We're gonna have to force the flash out.
You're my...
And you know what? They take that fight. They take the turret and they're gonna keep on pushing.
That's exactly how Seneca Sybils should play their composition. They need to get the Fiddlesticks ultimate there right in the middle so Orianna can put a ball on her, basically swamping all the damage onto the Fiddlesticks. It's actually such a dirty combo right there.
They have two options for that combo too. They can either go in with the Malphite, knock everybody up, group them together, and then Fiddle ult on top of that. Or Fiddle ult on top, or sorry, Orianna ult on top of Fiddle while he's ulting, then going with the Malphite ult. You know, they have a lot of options for team fights.
Right under the nose.
They're realizing their true potential right now as their comp starts to even out.
Yeah, they're trying to force the late
we're gonna
game.
see how Yeah, we're gonna see how LG Hunters try to deal with that. They might have to consider rethinking their strategy of split pushing.
They're gonna have to do that indeed. Let's check out the gold real quick. Fiddlesticks with 1600 yet to back. Malphite with 1300. Twitch with just a little bit around $1,000. He might be looking to buy another BF sword. He wants to, I think, the bonus crit.
It looks like he wants to build an Infinity Edge there.
Yeah.
Twitch actually scales really, really well with Infinity Edge. It's one of my favorite things to go for Twitch. That's because how strong he can be with that.
Headpoint defending this turret, but looks like she might get a little bit of bait because Revoltic is patiently sitting in that bush. You know, Headpoint can only see right now Oriana and Vayne.
Oh, Baron Call.
Decide to back off completely.
Baron Call.
Baron Call indeed.
LG Hunter, seeing as most of the team heads bot lane, is going to go try to take a free Baron here. It looks like the Fiddlesticks not going to be able to do anything unless he can get a lucky smite.
They end up getting the Baron, which is great. Fiddle ult coming in though, managing to pick up on top.
Catching Soy out of position.
This Fiddlesticks, yeah, way out of position. Unfortunately.
Re-engagement from
Oriana though,
LG Hunters.
Shockwave did a lot of damage. Malphite coming in, killing Morgana, picking up a double. Leona ult coming out, picking up Headpoint. Cinder went down. Nocturne had to force the flash. Still no tanky. Not a tanky Nocturne. And he's also going to go down too. So a 4 for 2 in favor of the Civils. So it looks like they just cut back into this game.
Still, they had a long way to climb up. The gold has actually divided by around 10,000 gold for LG Hunters. They're still so far in this game. Seneca Civils really have to do something to make picks. They really have to play their AoE comps to the best of their abilities here.
They played that fight well though. They managed to get a lot of the champions out who had Baron buff. So they managed to knock all those guys off, just right off the edge. I think only Twitch has Baron buff at the moment. Let me double check that.
Yeah, that's right.
Twitch has Baron buff. I don't think anyone else has Baron buff.
Everyone else died. It was a 4 for 1 trade.
4 for 2 trade. 4 for 2. They ended up getting 2 people. I know that for sure.
Twitch and Syndra actually have the most gold here, so we're gonna have to see that Punch and Headpoint see how they're gonna be able to carry this game. In contrast to the 10,000 gold lead on Twitch, the next highest gold lead is on 8,000, which is on Justice's Vayne. Looks like we have a bit of a push in here in mid lane. Punch is not going to be able to defend this alone. He's going to have to call his team together. They're going to Seneca's LG Hunter is going to try to figure out if they're going to send Vladimir to continue pushing top, or they're going to group up here for the fight in mid lane.
Malphite teleport coming off cooldown pretty quick, so he's only got a few seconds left before he can make a fight happen. But looks like everybody's just going to regroup.
Vladimir actually having a lot of gold here. He's with a grand total of 9,000. He's able to rack up 2,800, 2008 CS over Malphite's 136 CS, which is a significant haul they pulled in.
He
However,
doesn't have any kills either.
Yeah, he doesn't have any kills. While Malphite has 3 with no damage. Like in this case, I guess like Vladimir actually does a lot more damage than Malphite, but I would rather have low kill Vladimir with a lot of damage than a 3 kill Malphite with no damage.
Yep. Like I
just
keep
because
saying,
they're so tanky.
I keep trying to get this up, but we keep getting interrupted by fights. The Vladimir's still got a lot of team fight potential because of his ultimate. You know, he increases the damage put on anyone affected, and he can really dish out a lot when combined with his team.
Yeah.
So when Vladimir gets off his combo, you know, right when a team fight starts, the enemy team 9 times out of 10 either has to kill that team before the ult finishes, or just back off completely and wait for it to pass out.
I guess it's like a replacement to the AoE Ignite that we don't have here.
You know what?
Since both teams are not running Ignite.
I think you're correct, because Vladimir's the only one with a dot as well. And if he can manage to get 5 people with that dot, that is some just dangerous damage.
Very similar to what Zed can do when he's using his ultimate. Put that death mark on top of them.
They're trying to sneak this
getting
dragon.
that guarantee. Yeah, getting that guaranteed execute. Teleport coming in.
Oh, they didn't get the dragon. The Fiddle comes in, and the Twitch
Punch goes
just
down right
passed
away.
Unfortunately,
Oni being the next target focus.
Yeah, Malphite jumping on that Nocturne, and Leona managing to get over to Vlad, but the spell shield kept him up. Not quite hitting the wall.
Really big
and,
gear.
Looks like wow, Seneca Sybil took this really well. We're on a shockwave coming in, killing
Justice.
Syndra.
The second coming of double lift here.
Pull this off or no? Oh! Oh man, Morgana manages to get the kill at the very last second.
So we can all agree now that we see Justice playing Vayne, stand it out.
Yeah.
Is the second coming of double lift.
Absolutely, and Nocturne was way too low to do anything. Like, he's not tanky yet. This is the biggest problem that I've seen Nocturne players have right now, is they don't have enough tank power, and they end up getting put down really low really early in team fights.
What was the last game that LG Hunters had? They had a Renekton, they had a Braum, and they had something in top lane, the jungle, which was they made it like a basically a 3-line defensive tank.
Was it Jarvan?
It was Jarvan, yes. Which gave Twitch a lot of protection. In this case, Twitch doesn't have as much protection as he did in the first game, so he has to be very careful of not being kicked out of early.
Yeah, this team comp that LG Hunters is running is mostly damage based over protection based. So they have Morgana shield for protection, but that's it. They don't have anything else. They just have a lot of damage. So they either need to initiate really quickly and really, with a lot of power, or they need to wait for a fight to come to them and then jump in. Conversely, though, on Seneca Sybil's side, they have so much CC control. They have Malphite, they have Fiddlestick, they have Orianna, and they have Leona for CC control, instant CC control, and chasing power on top of it all.
Headpoint has to really find that Vayne as soon as he can, because she does a guaranteed over 700 damage with just her ultimate, with the minimum 700 damage on Vayne, which should be able to melt her instantly. Vayne only has a total of 1007 health, so yeah, Vayne will go down really fast if Headpoint's able to find his target.
I think if Headpoint gets that stun off first before Vayne can get any abilities off, Headpoint should be able to win the fight, like the 1v1. Until then, though, it could. I think the Vayne would win in an overall fight between the two.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in closed corridors like the jungle, a lot of walls.
Yeah.
That could just,
actually,
that's Vayne's playground.
Sorry to interrupt, but I see from Twitch chat, yeah, Malphite did make a mistake of chasing the Nocturne and not grouping up with the team, because they were actually lacking that front tank line that the Seneca Sybil's needed.
Oh, here we go. Big fight coming in.
Ultimate from Ani.
Ult onto Malphite, but Malphite, ulted out of the way. He didn't want to do the fight.
There's no one around him. Why would he fight?
Yeah, it's a good move, but he doesn't have that ult now for this team fight. And
Headpoint has to really get gathered up this team.
We're gonna see some dangerous stuff coming.
Headpoint needs to really gather, either decide whether he wants to push bot lane and teleport in, or group up his team, because right now it looks like that everyone's gathering up for a Baron dance or a push top turret down.
Yeah, I think he wanted that blue buff before he came to the fight, because he wants to make sure he can do as much damage as possible.
Yeah.
So he's making his way over, and he's trying to get the attention focused on the other lane so that Seneca Sybil has to back off. But you know what? Here we go again.
You can see the position as Scully flashes in with his ultimate.
Yep, Luke's coming in from the back. Tons and tons of damage. Sonya's comes out though. Cinder coming in from behind, trying to pick up all the kills that Amonkhet Punch can't get off. Managed to pick up Malphite. Nocturne still doing a lot of damage. Now he's a bit tankier with that Brandon with Zoman. And are they going to get Orianna? They do!
That's an ace. That looks like either a bot tower or a top tower or a Baron.
You know what? I think they're going to try and end the game right here. 30-second death timers. So if they trade off tanks, they can end the game.
But you have to notice that also that Seneca's LG Hunters don't have their ADCs. I don't think they're going to be able to end this game at this rate. But they're going to be able to guarantee to take a tower or move back and clear Seneca Sybil's jungle at least.
Teleport coming up. So they decided to just take the turret and the inhibitor and regroup. They didn't want to have to. You know, I don't think they wanted to risk it. I think you're right. They're playing it smart. They're not being too, you know, cocky. So
they have one game in their pocket.
They do. They do have one game in their pocket. No need to be overly aggressive. You know, you called that right from the beginning. You called it, Tanzel.
Yeah. When you give like a prize in front of an audience, they're gonna be a lot more careful. They want that prize.
Yeah. Has Steve said what the prize is yet? Do we know what the prize is?
We know it's a headset, but and second place gets RP card. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see how these two teams divide that prize up later on. You can see my lovely posts on the Facebook group. Oh.
I can't see them
Look
at the
that
moment.
sexy picture.
I have the Twitch stream in front of me. But you know what? They just 4-man Baron and snuck it in. I'm kind of focused too much on Revoltic, which I shouldn't be. That's my bad. But they snuck Baron in, and they know it now, and look at that knockback right in.
Ultimate burn.
Picking off Leona immediately. Vladimir ghosting in, manages to get the
no one to follow it up though.
Person, but he ends up going
His team is not there to follow it up.
No,
they're playing with the Malphite.
Completely left him alone. They took out Malphite and Leona though, so pretty good trade because Malphite's a huge CC monster. So is Leona. Fiddlesticks forgot to design. He forgot to design it.
You got popped like a zip.
Yeah. You know, when you're a scarecrow, you need to stand still, and he just wasn't doing that. He didn't use his stand still ability.
Headpoint taking a lot of turret damage here. He wants to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, and I think 30-second
death timers.
End this game right here, right now. You know,
this could be the game.
30 seconds on Fiddle, 10 seconds on Malphite. Managing to get, they got Bane right at the end there. Leona getting feared, and you know what? This is it. This is the game for the LG Hunters. And they have won the
LG Hunters
tournament.